The video you're about to see is for historical purposes only. It is an almost daily snippet of 1010 Wins broadcast in New York City and the New York City metropolitan area. On my morning commute, I listened to this news broadcast and decided to share a snippet of the news for historical purposes. The mission is to record history.
12 weeks paid maternity leave and 4 weeks paid paternity, and medical coverage as well extended to the dependents of workers who died from COVID. It's also going to pay for therapy for workers' children who are autistic. 2 cases in the Bronx of parents facing criminal charges now after their very young children had to be saved from a drug overdose.
A 2-year-old in Belmont, an 18-month-old here in West Farms. In both incidents, authorities say substances resembling cocaine were found at home after the toddlers were revived with Narcan. The Belmont incident on Monday afternoon saw 37-year-old Cassidy Reed rushing her daughter to the ER. Reed is facing several charges and denies knowing how cocaine and other unlabeled pills got into her home, according to court documents obtained by the Post. It's a similar story here in West Farms. The 18-month-old was found unconscious on Tuesday morning, and cocaine was found near the TV, police say. Parents Karen Powell and Malkeisha Durant were arrested. Amber also lives in the building, stunned by the news.
This is a good building. So far, I haven't came across anything that was like, bad or, it's been good.
Steve Burns, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in the West Farms section of the Bronx.
Wins News Time 7:49. Some new evidence could be a problem for Donald Trump in the federal Mar-a-Lago documents probe. CNN first to report that federal prosecutors have a 2021 audio tape of the former president discussing a specific classified document that he kept after leaving office.
One source said that Trump stated he should have declassified the record before leaving the White House, apparently contradicting his earlier claims that he had done nothing wrong.
I took the documents I'm allowed to.
The sources said it's not clear from the audio recording whether Trump had the sensitive memo at the time or was simply describing it for at least 3 other people during the meeting at his Bedminster, New Jersey club.
That's Catherine Herridge. According to CNN, the recording was made during a gathering of aides to Trump and 2 others who were working on the autobiography of his former chief of staff, Mark Meadows. No official details on the memo, but CNN says it had to do with a possible attack against Iran. Kicking off Pride Month, we'll tell you what's going on, plus traffic and weather next.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
7:51, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. Let's get traffic and transit from Karen Stewart.
Well, we're going to talk about the Hudson River crossings as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. But first, on the way to the Lincoln, eastbound 495 at Route 3, there's an accident in the center lane. So that's throwing you off a little bit. And then we've got an inbound Lincoln tunnel wait of 45 minutes. So you're delayed back there anyway. The inbound Holland is about 35 to 40, 45 into the George for both the upper and the lower levels. Over at the East River, we've got a Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge accident. It's blocking 1 lane there. We've got delays that are too bad right now. What's worse is the Queens-bound Whitestone Bridge. That happens to be bumper to bumper at the moment. And Staten Islanders, the outer bridge crossing to Staten Island, we've got an accident there, and it's blocking the right lane. I've got it here on one of our 1010 Wins jam cams. There are slowdowns out to the outer bridge, but it's not too bad at all right now. The Belt Parkway looks like it's got something going on here in Bergen Beach, right by Patagonia Bay Basin. We've got delays that go back all the way to exit 24 for West Merrick Road. The westbound Bell Parkway is going to be a moderately heavy to heavy trip for that entire way. And a check of mass transit. We've got the Journal Square to 33rd Street line of the path back. We've got southbound 2 and 5 train delays and northbound 6 train delays. And alternate side of the street parking is in effect for today. We're sponsored by Cars for Kids. Our next report is 8:01. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Don't waste time trying to get rid of your old or broken car. Cars for Kids is the...
So welcome everyone to this episode of Driving and the News. June 1st. Can't believe it's June. Almost 9 months anniversary of recording Driving in the News.
I think that's, a good song to get the party started.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff happening. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Do we have party weather?
Well, depends on the day. This weekend, it's an abrupt and dramatic change coming. We're going to soar into summer here in the next couple of days. The feel of the days are going to be kind of like July. Temperatures up to 84 in the city today, maybe a few clicks higher inland suburbs. Real feel temperatures near past 90 for a few hours here this afternoon. Zappy in the sunshine. Air quality issues for the Connecticut suburbs with high ground ozone levels. Tomorrow's going to get up to near 90 before some showers and some thunder come in, making this abrupt turnaround. By the morning on Saturday, I think the temperatures start out in the upper 60s and then keep falling back with more showers, maybe a rumble on Saturday. And we're going to stay breezy and cool, low to mid 60s, hopefully some sunny breaks, but can't rule out a shower still on Sunday. 61 in the sun now, going up to 84. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, Pride Month begins today, and the famous Ellen's Stardust Diner on Broadway and 51st is celebrating owner Ellen Hart.
We're going to have a lovely Lincoln 1967 convertible in front of the diner. And we'll be riding in the parade as well in that particular car.
They're also partnering with Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. They'll donate a portion of the proceeds not only from some rainbow merch they're selling, but also 2 menu items which sound delish, the rainbow cake and the rainbow milkshake. Also happening today, 2 Pride flag raising ceremonies, one coming up at 12 noon, that's at the Bronx County Building. The other is at 1:30 this afternoon at Queensboro Hall. An unlikely hero for the Mets last night while the Yankees went sweepless in Seattle.
Yes, Susan, Mark Canha with only 3 RBIs all month and a 2-run homer and 2-run single at Citi Field, where Buck Showalter's squad beat the Phillies 4-1.
Mark is low maintenance because he does everything to stay ready. So, nights like tonight don't surprise anybody.
Meantime, after putting up 3 straight 10 spots all by themselves, the Yanks saw only 1 run scored out west.
Swinging a liner down the right field line. That's a base hit. It gets past Allen. Caballero will come in to score from second base. And the Mariners, on an RBI single from Cal Raleigh, walk off to win the finale in the bottom of the 10th.
Justin Shackle on the fan as Ron Marinaccio took the loss, while LIU guy Justin Topa earned his first career win. Marker Day, 1010 Wins Sports on 92.3 FM.
Smaller pay hikes for big company CEOs, but they're still doing pretty well. Bloomberg Money Watch next. Earn a degree that leads to a career you'll love. At Touro University's Nice Gas, they guide their students every step of the way, making sure you get the personal attention you need to thrive. Multiple convenient locations throughout the city, including a brand new state-of-the-art campus in Times Square. Plus, flexible online evening and weekend classes means Nice Gas has a pathway to make college work for you. Visit nicegas.touro.edu or call 855-62-TOURO. Visit nicegas.touro.edu or call 855-62-TOURO. Union Square is the place to be Sunday, June 4th, as 1010 Wins joins Petco and Petco Love for the Paws in the Park party and adoption event. Face painting, a photo booth, an NYC-themed pet agility course, giveaways, and more. Plus more than 400 adoptable pets with dogs on the catwalk. In a must-see pet fashion show presented by Bob's from Skechers. It's all Sunday, June 4th, noon to 6 at the north end of Union Square Park. See you there. Now Bloomberg Money Watch, sponsored by Trade Zero. Here's Steve Potisk.
Well, Susan, when it comes to pay increases, the impact is relative. When a salary is already high, even a small percentage pay raise can add up. Take top executive pay, for example. The typical compensation package for chief executives who run S&P 500 companies rose just 0.9% last year. That's the smallest increase since 2015. But according to data crunched for the Associated Press, that brings the median annual compensation to just under $15 million. Now, you compare that to the median pay of just over $77,000 for workers at companies included in the survey. It would take that worker 186 years to make what the CEO is making in median pay in just last year. On Wall Street, well, we're mixed now. S&P futures are still higher by 6. Same for NASDAQ futures, but Dow futures are down 16. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potusk for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
The market was down again today, and my whole portfolio got crushed. It's annoying, but did you ever get the feeling that stocks go down a lot faster than they go up?
I hear you. I just opened a new account with Trade Zero where they allow me to not only buy stocks to profit when they go up, but they allow me to short sell the stocks where I can profit when they go down.
Really? Yeah, it's crazy. I've heard that institutions have been doing this for years. You know, why shouldn't we be able to do this as well?
Yes, and now Trade Zero makes shorting easy. They actually allow me to invest when stocks go up or when they go down.
Wow. Now that's awesome, and I'm going to check them out right now. So I think I should just go to tradezero.com/radio. It says right here, Trade Zero, empowering traders like me. tradezero.com/radio.
Yes, and if you sign up there, you actually get 3 months free of their amazing Zero Pro trading platform.
Trade Zero America is an SEC-registered FINRA and SIPC member broker-dealer. Trade Zero offers self-directed online securities trading. Please visit tradezero.com for more information. Short selling securities is extremely risky.
Good morning, it's Susan Richard with this message. Did you know that nearly 70 cancers have been linked to the toxins at the World Trade Center from 9/11? It's true. And most recently, they added uterine cancer to that list. This is why it's so important that if you lived, worked, or went to school below Canal Street, either on 9/11 or in the 8 months that followed, that you contact Barish and McGarry at 911awards.com. What you may not realize is that you could be among the hundreds of thousands of people who are eligible not only for free lifetime health care, but also an award from the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund. Now, so many people, incredibly, still aren't enrolling because they mistakenly think that it's only for first responders. Well, let me tell you, you can also qualify even if you're currently healthy and no matter your family's medical history. So please don't drop the ball on this. This is your personal health care and well-being, right? Let Barish and McGarry help you enroll. Go to 911awards.com. Again, 911awards with an S.com. Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
WINS FM in HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
65 degrees, sunny skies now. The humidity is 70% and the winds are calm. More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Angela Lauria is our service aide. Justin Schrager's the editor. I'm Susan Richard.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning, sunshine. We're up to 65 now at 8 o'clock. I'm Glenn Schuck. Here's what's happening. A 65-year-old man who shot and killed a man he said was trying to rob him in Queens yesterday morning is now facing charges. An update coming from Roger Stern. The NYPD also investigating what they're calling an execution-style shooting in East Harlem yesterday. The man who was shot is in very critical condition this morning. More than $2.5 million in watches stolen in a Memorial Day heist on Staten Island. Those robbers also grabbed $160,000 in cash. A repurposed jail in Harlem could be open to temporarily house migrants as soon as today. And events all around the city to kick off Pride Month, including at the world-famous Stardust Diner in Times Square. We'll tell you what they have planned. And in sports, the Mets beat the Phillies again at Citi Field. The Yankees suddenly couldn't hit. They lost to the Mariners 1-0 in 10 innings in Seattle. They head now to L.A. to play the Dodgers. AccuWeather says clouds, then sun, warm this afternoon. We're going to head up to 84. Wednesday news time, 8:01. Traffic and transit as our commute hopefully is rolling along. Karen Stewart.
Well,
Sort of, I guess. The FDR Drive accident southbound at 79th Street's gone, so we've got a little bit of more room now traveling down to 59th Street where there is still a 5-car collision getting cleared, and it's blocking at least one lane. And basically, the Harlem River Drive is still jammed, like we had 2 accidents there, and back to 135th Street. The inbound RFK, you got nowhere to go, you know? So the bridge is completely packed across the span. 59th Street Bridge, that's very busy as well. By the way, you're going to see some northbound delays into the area of the 70s. They're short and sweet. Nothing really to worry about there. But the southbound side of the FDR Harlem River Drive combination is not good. The western spur is like a charm right now, doing so much better now that we've got rid of 2 accidents, one at the mixing bowl there. Both of them have been cleared, and the western spur is moving a lot better. There are heavy delays on the New Jersey Turnpike getting up into the 14 interchange. And as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, the inbound GW Bridge, Lincoln, and Holland are all pretty much 45 minutes. The Holland is going to shave about 5, maybe 10 minutes off that number, and it's your best approach into the city. Alternate side of the street, that's in effect today, citywide. Traffic is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Traffic in transit every 10 minutes around the clock. Breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Manhattan business owners, diversify your income and earn extra money for your business by partnering with Amazon Hub Delivery. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your neighborhood on a schedule that works for you. Sign up is easy. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
When's news time? 8:02. A 65-year-old man who shot and killed a guy trying to rob him in Queens yesterday is now facing charges himself.
He's facing gun charges. Authorities say Charles Fainer is not licensed to carry the handgun he used to kill 32-year-old Cody Gonzalez in Kew Gardens. We're still waiting to hear whether prosecutors think the shooting was a legitimate case of self-defense or whether Fainer should face more serious charges for the actual killing. Police say Gonzalez brandished a sharp object, reportedly a pen, and tried to rob Fainer. Roger Stern, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM at the Queens DA's office in Kew Gardens.